How I survived my psychopath sister and toxic family. For as long as I can remember, my family life was a nightmare. My sister, who I can only describe as a psychopath, thrived on tormenting me. My mother, instead of protecting me, encouraged her every cruel action. The worst part? They both made me feel like I was worthless, like I didn't matter. But this story isn't just about the pain I endured. It's about how I broke free and rebuilt my life from the ground up. It all started when I told my mom I wanted to move out for college. She completely lost it. She wasn't just upset. She was hysterical, bawling her eyes out and screaming that I didn't love her. My sister walked in, smirking as she watched the drama unfold. "What's wrong?" she asked, as if she didn't already know. "She wants to leave me," my mom wailed. "She wants to abandon me after everything I've done for her." Without hesitation, my sister took out her phone and sent me the most vile message I'd ever received. It read, "You dumb. I hate you. You're trash, and I'm glad you were robbed. No one loves you, and no one ever will. How dare you make Mom upset? She's been kind to you all her life, and all she wanted was for you to stay. You're never going to be anything. I know you've been feeling like Una living yourself. So why don't you actually do it? No one will care. Your boyfriend dumped you last year. That should tell you everything. I hope you get raped again. But I should stop before you call the cops on me, like you used to do to Mom when we were kids. There's so much I'd love to say, but I don't want to be a bully." I felt the blood drain from my face as I read the words. I started crying, and when my mom saw me, she laughed. Actually laughed. "You're going nowhere," she said before walking away. I realized in that moment that I needed to leave. Now, I went to my room and locked the door. I couldn't just walk out the front door. My mom and sister would stop me. I needed a plan. I opened my phone and took screenshots of every nasty message my sister had sent me over the years. I saved them in a hidden folder and backed them up to my email. I wasn't sure what I'd do with them, but I wanted proof, just in case. Then I made a list of what I needed: clothes, my laptop, books, and the cash I'd saved from my part-time job. It wasn't much, only $300, but was enough to get me started somewhere else. I packed quietly, my heart pounding the whole time. Just as I was finishing, my mom knocked on my door. "Open up," she said sharply. I hesitated before unlocking it. She walked in and immediately spotted my packed bag. "What the hell do you think you're doing?" she demanded. I forced a smile. "Just packing for college. I want to be ready." "Don't lie to me," she snapped. "You think you're leaving? After everything I've done for you, you're just going to walk out?" I swallowed hard. "I'm not trying to leave right now. I lied. I just wanted to get my things together." She stared at me, her eyes narrowing. Then, suddenly, her expression shifted into a sneer. "That's right. You're not going anywhere. You belong here. Don't forget that." She left, slamming the door behind her. My hands trembled as I zipped up my bag. I wasn't going to let her win. I was getting out of this house. That night, I contacted an acquaintance who knew my family. She and her parents said they'd take me in if I could make it to their house. I felt a flicker of hope. But when I stepped outside, my mom saw me. She threw a vase at me, screaming threats. I ran out the door before she could hurt me more. I had nowhere to go. My acquaintance's family backed out, saying they were too afraid of my mom. I ended up at a domestic violence shelter. I was terrified and exhausted. I hadn't showered. I looked like a mess. But I was safe. At the shelter, I received medical care, food, and a place to sleep.